Hear it, and see it when you want it. On demand, audio and video at 630wpro.com.
Well, I want to thank Mike and Christina for their eloquent testimony. They are working hard, and it turns out, in many cases, paying a lot more taxes than multi-millionaires and billionaires. And this is about fairness. And I want to first commend Senator Whitehouse for his extraordinary leadership on this issue. He has been almost a one-man band of getting this Buffett rule legislation primed for a vote this Monday in the United States Senate. And it's going to be a defining vote. It's going to be a defining vote. It's going to define who you stand for and stand with. The multi-millionaires and billionaires in this country, or working men and women all across this land. And I know Sheldon and I are going to start to stand next to and with and proudly for those working American families all across the world. This legislation is about fairness. It's a first step in trying to develop a much fairer income tax code where we all pay our fair share to support programs that are so essential to the nation and essential to our progress and essential actually to our economic development, to our ability to generate jobs, our ability to have a functioning economy.
Thank you, Brett. Let me tell you, the best thing that I've done in Washington is to have Jack Reed as my senior senator. He is there for working families every day. He is there for unemployment insurance. He's there for education. He is a stalwart. He's one of the most respected members of our caucus. And I use his examples. Millionaires to pay lower tax rates than bus drivers. And to use President Reagan's word, that was crazy. Well, here we are today, and now the information from the Internal Revenue Service tells us that it's not millionaires any longer, it's now billionaires. And the billionaires are paying a lower tax rate than a truck driver like Mike Nunes. Again, it's crazy. It makes no sense. The rule is called the Buffett rule because Warren Buffett made it famous by complaining publicly that he pays a lower tax rate as a famous multi-millionaire. He pays a lower tax rate than his secretary does. But he's not unique. You can find other examples. The IRS reports on the 400 highest income folks in the country. The 400 highest income folks are the ones who earned the $270+ million in 1 year that Senator Reed talked about, that paid a tax rate on average of 18.1%. A third of them paid a tax rate below 15% on income averaging $270 million in 1 year. That's not right. You can go to the Helmsley Building in New York, which is a very prestigious address. It has very talented and high-earning people in it. And I don't begrudge them their success. America is a country that is built on that kind of success. But if you look at the numbers, that building on average pays a lower federal tax rate than what a doorman, what a janitor, what a security guard pays in that same city. Again, it makes no sense. Here's what somebody said about it. What we're trying to move against is institutionalized unfairness. We want to see that everyone pays their fair share. It's good for society when we all know that no one is manipulating the system to their advantage because they're rich and powerful. Do you know who said that? Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan. It shows how far the Republican Party has moved to the right in this country when Ronald Reagan could call out folks for institutionalized unfairness in the tax code, could want everyone to be paying their fair share, and to note that it's good for society when we all know that no one's manipulating the system to their advantage because they are rich and powerful. So this bill will do a couple of good things. The first thing is, depending on what becomes of the Bush tax cuts, it'll raise somewhere between $47 billion and $160 billion in the next 10-year budget cycle. That's, to me, real money. That's to Rhode Island, real money. You put that into an infrastructure bank, we could start rebuilding things in this country. And it's an important brick in the wall that it's going to take to balance our budget.